Android entering the AI era. Hi everyone, welcome to SCALER's YouTube channel. This tutorial is going to be super interesting. I'll be talking about AI and Android application development together. How we app developers can integrate artificial intelligence into our applications. So make sure you check out this tutorial. But before we get into the video, make sure you check out our free master classes by industry leading experts. Link is in the description. Artificial intelligence and Android application development. So when we combine both the worlds together, AI, which in itself is booming and so many new things are coming in this industry, in the AI world, and application development, which is a native thing like websites, application, these things will always stay there, right? The demand of websites, applications will always be there. So in this tutorial, I'll help you understand how we can make the best out of both the worlds. Like even if you don't know either of these, like AI or how to develop apps, in the end of this tutorial, by the end of the tutorial, I will be taking you through a guide, taking you through some 3-4 steps using which you will be able to create your AI application. You can call it like Chat GPT app or something. You will enter your prompt, anything, and yet your question, whatever you do with AI, right? You will give your prompt, your instruction, and the application. In that application, you will be able to get the answer as well. Perfect? All right. So application development and artificial intelligence. We'll see the best of both the worlds. In the starting, I'll be like writing some code, etc. But if you are like purely from non-tech background, you can skip to the later part of the tutorial. All right. So enhance your app development skills with AI. Obviously, like when you will learn how to integrate artificial intelligence with like native application development process, you can give a lot of value to your customers as well. You will be able to like write code which do a lot of extra things. You will be able to write code which, do good things for your customer. So incorporating AI into app development can boost your credibility as well as a developer. When you will add in your resume, in your portfolio, that you have done these applications in which you have integrated AI in your application or ML. We have already learned that in the past tutorials, right? So if you learn this thing, I think it will like increase the weightage of your resume a lot. Career opportunities. So obviously like AI, since it's booming, and when these kind of things will be there in your skills, when you will add that, okay, I know these skills like how to integrate AI with the applications, etc., to boost the customer experience, it will indeed increase the career opportunities for you, because apart from one skill, you are adding other things as well. So I think it's good to know how to use AI with your native domain or your native technology. Okay. So Android development is a lucrative career option given the pivotal role of tech in modern day society, obviously, and the trend of mobile app usage has obviously skyrocketed. I mean, if you see the stats of a number of applications getting published to Google Play Store or App Store, and the number of downloads which are increasing, it's massive. I mean, especially compared to before COVID, the rise is like rapid. A lot of new users across the web, across the internet. So I think it's kind of a good time to update our skills as well, right? Because see, users are increasing, so it's our duty that we give good experience to them, and we'll be able to do that only if we know the latest skills, right? And adding obviously these AI feature, it will overall enhance your product's value. And any company, if you see like be it Infosys or any big MNC startup, these service-based companies, all of them are seeing how can they integrate AI capabilities in their product. So why not us? I mean, we should also learn that, right? And moving ahead, these are some like pointers, generic pointers about AI and app dev. So I'll not take too much of time here in the slides, and let's go into the tutorials part. Okay. For the tutorials, let me tell you what all we will need. Okay. So the very first thing, you must have Android Studio installed in your system. So how you can do that if you are like completely fresh into this world of application development? Android Studio is the software which we need. Okay, you can go here, and the latest version is this one, Hedgehog. You can install this one. I'll be also using this. Like previously I was using the old version, but have recently upgraded. I prefer using the old version until unless a very good stable version is in the market without any bugs, because in the past I used to, update to the beta versions, and it, used to sometimes crash and give a lot of errors. So I had to go back to the previous releases. So I prefer staying in the stable for a long time. You have to install this. Simply like press on this button, download Android Studio, and once it's installed in your operating system, in your like machine, you have to just follow simple step. If it's Windows, you will be having that .exe file. You have to run that. It's very simple, similar to installing any normal software. Okay, perfect. And with that being said, now what we will do is, I'm assuming like you have installed Android Studio. So let's follow the guide about Gemini API. Like Gemini API, they have given complete tutorial which you can follow along. So there are 2-3 things. I'll first take you through the simple tutorial, okay? And like don't worry, I'll make it super simple for you. Again, if you don't know anything about this domain, okay? Perfect. So this is a quick start which we'll be following for integrating this AI API, the Gemini API, into our Android applications. Okay. So first of all, we'll need to set up the project, including the API key, and then we'll see how to do other things. Perfect. Cool. So after you have installed Android Studio, what you have to do is go here and open up Android Studio. So I have multiple studios here because like I am using the old ones as well, the preview version as well. So I will open up this one, the latest one, Hedgehog. You can see here, this is Hedgehog, right? Click on new project, and after that click on this one, empty views activity. Okay, empty views activity, and then click on next. Here you have to give name to your project. Okay, so you can call it First AI App. First AI App sounds interesting as well, right? First AI application. This is the package name. Location, I'm leaving everything as it is default. Language, you can either choose Kotlin or Java. I'm going ahead with Kotlin, okay? And this is the minimum SDK, and everything I'm leaving as it is. I'm clicking on finish. It will take a few seconds, minute, depending upon how fast your system is to do all the Gradle builds, etc. Let's maximize it. So here in this software, like don't get confused if you are opening up this studio, this software for the first time. It's very simple. Just follow along with me, okay? So here, if you see on the left side, a lot many options are here, right? These are Gradle scripts where we add dependencies, etc. Whatever we need in our app, okay? And for now, you don't have to worry about anything. It's going to be a simple AI application. So we will need, basically you need to know two things. One is where do you write your code, and number two, where do you put your design, etc. of the application. So if you open up the app folder, you can see 3 folders are here. So in Kotlin plus Java, your source code will go, okay? Especially here in this first package. All your code will be written here inside the Kotlin plus Java directory. Your design will go inside resource and inside layout, okay? So right now, this is your design. This is the design of your application, okay? It's very simple and easy to understand. Here you can see 3 options are here, just design code, and then this is design plus the like overview, how code plus design, right? And this is simply the complete design thingy. So I mostly keep this. And if you run your application right now, this is the run button, okay? This is your run app button. And this is like the available device options. If you don't have any device option here, what you have to do, you have to you have to first create an emulator, or you can connect your Android phone via USB into your like local machine, into your laptop, and it will do the thing for you. So you can select, like you'll need to go to the device manager and set up here device manager. This is the option here, device manager. You can go and click on plus option to create a new virtual device. Basically, virtual device looks very much like your mobile phone, and whatever app you create, you can run there. Okay. All right. I think most of you would be already like following along with my like tutorials, etc. The app or playlist, whatever we have created. So I'm assuming you would be knowing the basics of it, but still, if you don't, then like I'm going in detail of everything. So yes, this is a design part, and we have to run the app from here. I just click on the run button. It will do some processes here. You can see Gradle build is running, and then we'll see the Hello World simple application. All right, so for today, I will be using two main files. One is this main activity, and the other is this XML file where I'll be like doing a simple design of the app. Cool. So if you see here, like the app is running, the Gradle build is happening. Meanwhile, let's see the prerequisites. So it's saying the prerequisites are you should have the Android Studio, the latest version, and you should have your Android app. Your Android app must target API 21 or higher. I think we picked 26, so it's fine. All right, we have both the things sorted and ready. Now set up your project. Before calling the API, you need to set up your project and do blah, blah, blah. Yes, we have done all those things. So to set up your API key to use the Gemini API, you will need an API key. If you don't have this already, you can create in Google AI Studio. So I think I have created an account there in Google AI Studio. So let's see how it is. And they are giving here instruction that you should not like publicly share. If let's say you are making an application, it's like open source, or maybe other people can see your code, etc. You should not keep the like key open in the code. You should keep it secretly. You should store it secretly. Okay. Perfect. I'll go on creating a new key. So create API key and select a project. Okay, or create key in existing project. So I think since I have already created, so I'll have to use the same. So I'll use the same API key. It's simple, like just when you click on this, get an API key, you will see a place where you can like click and request for the API key. The create API key button is there. You just have to click on this. All right. So I think two steps are already done. Number one, we have the Android Studio ready. We have created a new project. Okay. You can see this is how the app is looking right now. Simple, plain, hello world application. Okay. All right. So I'll minimize this for now and I'll go here and we'll do a simple design. Okay. So number one, Android Studio is ready. Number two, I have created the API key as well. Everything sorted till here. Now they are saying that, hey, like you need to add this dependency to your project if you want to use AI, Google AI thing. Okay. So let's copy this and we will put in our project. So go here in the Gradle scripts in the build.gradle and in like scroll down at the bottom, just paste this dependency and press on sync now. So it will sync this generative AI dependency. So you will be able to use the capabilities, the power of this dependency in your application. Okay. Okay, sync your Android project. We have done that. And then they are explaining that if you want to use this AI model into your application, then this is the way for it. Like these are the like piece of code that you will need to write. Perfect. So before that, let me show you what is in my mind, what I want to create, how the app should look like. Okay. So here, I want to create an application where, let's say if this is the screen. So here I'll have one like input kind of box, and then maybe a submit button or something. Okay, here I'll write my prompt. For example, what is open source or what is software engineering, anything. The way we ask to chat GPT or any such AI tool, you have to write your prompt here. Okay, after writing the prompt, we'll click on this submit button, and once you press enter, so you will see the result here. This will be your output area. This will be your output area. And we will be doing all of this with the help of Gemini API. Gemini API. Yes, Gemini API. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And now let's get into the system again. Sync is completed. Perfect. I'm closing the build.gradle file. And here, what I will do, I'll change this to linear layout. I just told you how the app should look like, right? So that's what I'm trying to design here. Orientation vertical. Let's remove the text view from here. If you want the code, I'll push it on GitHub so you can access it. Okay. And first of all, I want edit text, right? I want edit text where I'll ask the user for the prompt, right? For the prompt. So here, let's remove the text. Input type should be text only. I will name it ET, that is edit text prompt. Okay. All right. We can give some sort of hint here to the user that end prompt, so that user know that okay, we have to write the prompt here. Okay. I'm giving some margin here, margin of 10 dp, so that there is some space around the corners of the application. And then go back in the design section and I'll put here a button. This will be my submit button. Okay, submit button. I'll write here btn submit, and looks good. I think I should give some spacing here, some margin of 10 dp. Looks good. And then I'll need one area where I can show the output to the user, right? So text view here, and let's make it height is wrap content, width is match parent. Looks good. This will be TV text view result. This is where we will show the result of the API. Like I'm asking the question, the AI should give the answer. So I'll show the answer in this text view. Okay. And let's remove this. Maybe we can write here result area or something like that. Okay. Cool. We can increase the text maybe size to 12 dp. Yep. Or maybe a bit more, 14 dp. Looks good. And you can enhance it. You can make it even like better, more, very catchy kind of design style, everything. For now, my main aim is to teach you like how you can actually use the Gemini API into your app, right? If you have a big product, if you have a big app of yours and you want to integrate, then this is the way how you can do it. Okay. Perfect. Looks good to me. One more thing I want to do just for the sake of doing. I want one text view here at the top where I will write like my first AI application. Like that sounds interesting sort of, right? So just for the sake of it, we won't do anything with that. We won't use it, but yeah. Saumya's AI app. You can write your name or something like that. Okay, I'll increase it. I'll increase the size as well, 25 dp, and gravity is center. Whoops, not bottom. I want it to be in the center. Cool. And then text style is bold. Text style as bold. All right. Awesome. Cool. Saumya's AI app, and then some margin here of 15 dp. Looks good to me. Now let's come here in the main activity, and here what I'll do, like I have already taught you how to use view binding, etc. That's like a bit advanced concept, but I'll be using find view by ID in this one. Okay. So I have three things here. One is the prompt thing, right? So val edit text,
Well, edit text prompt is equal to find view by id. This is my edit text, and then r dot id dot, basically I'm fetching the location where these buttons or views are located. I'm trying to do that. Okay, et prompt, and then I have the button. So val et, not et, btn save or submit, right? Btn submit is equal to find view by id. This is your button, and then r dot id dot btn submit. Perfect. And finally your result area. So tv text view result is equal to find view by id, and this is your text view. So text view, and then r dot id dot tv result. All right, we have all the three things here. Now what I want to do, when the submit button is clicked, button submit dot set on click list now, set on click list now, this one. So I want to I want to get the input from the user, whatever prompt the user has entered. So val prompt, I'll fetch the prompt. How can I fetch the prompt? This is the edit text, right? So user will write the prompt in this one, in the edit text. So I will be like et prompt, edit text prompt dot get text. So this is the one, get text dot to string, convert it into a string, to a string. So I have the prompt. Once I'll click on the submit button, I'll get the prompt from the user. After getting the prompt, I want to run the Gemini API. I want it to evaluate whatever the user has entered, the user has written, and based on that, I want the API to give me some result, and I'll show that result in my text view in this area, in this text view result area. Okay, sounds like a plan, yeah? Cool. So let's go here in the documentation. Here they are saying that if you want to generate text from the text and image input, or maybe if you want to generate text from text only input. So right now we are just dealing with text only input. If the user will enter some text, we want to give the output. So this is the whole code for it. Let's maybe just copy this. Note that generating an assessment need to be called from curriculum scope. Let's see how it goes. So I'll paste it here. Okay, I'll paste it here. Prompt, I already have the prompt. I don't want to hard code it, so I'm removing it. API key, either you can store, they are saying like for safety you should store it in the build config. For now I'm just putting it here. Okay, I'll get my key from here. I'll paste it, and generative model, I'll import this class generative model. Now on clicking the submit button, I'm getting the prompt from the user. Then I'm creating the generative model. This is generative model. Model name is Gemini Pro, and this is my API key. Sorted. Response I'm getting from this method, generative model dot generative content. This method will give me the response based on the prompt which I'm giving it to it. Okay. It is saying that hey Saumya, this method should be called only from coroutine or any suspended function. So maybe we can do one thing for this. We can put this in run blocking, right? That should ideally like solve the problem. So let's do that. If I put this in run blocking, so yep, that's sorted. And now what I want to do in my result text view, TV result text view result, I want to set text. Set text response. Whatever response I have received, I want to show to the in that text view, to a string. Ideally it should run fine. We have written the code. It's simple, sweet code. We first created generative model using this. We have used the documentation for understanding everything. They said that you have to create a variable, you have to give the model name, you have to give the API key. We did that. And then we have to call this generate content method and pass the prompt as the parameter. Sorted, and then I'm printing the result in my text area, in my output area. So let's run the app again and see how it is doing. So run the app. Cool. It is running. Should ideally work fine. We have used this dependency as well, right? We have imported this as well. So the Gradle build is running. It's happening. Meanwhile, you can also check this studio bot thing is also there now. I think in the preview version of Android Studio, there is a studio bot as well. So while writing the code, if you encounter some issue, you can ask the bot. You can ask that AI bot for answers. So that's like a very helpful sort of thing. Let's see. Okay, the app is here. It's up and running. Saumya's AI app. I'll write the prompt here. So maybe I want to ask, what is coding, or maybe what is whatever comes to your mind. What is open source? Maybe what is open source? On clicking the submit button, it will fetch this prompt and it will give it to the API, the Gemini API, and I should get the output. I should get the result. So I just pressed on submit button. Yes. Okay. It is giving me some sort of output, but not exactly what I expected, right? I think something is going wrong here. So let's see. Okay, so here if you see, alright, I think we need to do this way. Response we are getting, right? But that is not in the form of like text. Okay, so if you do response.text, then it should be fine. Let's rerun the app and I should be able to see the exact answer when I write the prompt. It should run fine now. Let's minimize this. Let me maximize this area. Okay, this is the app. Here I will write what is anything like open source or anything in general. Click on submit and I should get my result here. Yeah, see. So this is the output which I'm getting. Open source, it's explaining everything like ChatGPT. If you have used it, the way ChatGPT explains everything. So open source refers to software code, anything blah blah blah. It has given everything. Let me ask it another question to see if it's working good. So maybe I'll ask, write a paragraph on software engineering. Let's see what we get. Submit. You write a paragraph. Yeah, see, software engineering encompasses the principle. Basically, AI is giving us the answer. Anything, whatever you are asking, it is helping you with that. Can you write? Let me ask it some coding related questions to check if the API is powerful enough. Yep. Write Java code to wish birthday to my mom. Okay, click on submit and let's see if it is able to do this. Yes, it has written Java code. You can see happy birthday mom class, and it is printing what's your name and blah blah blah, and it is doing the work. Basically, whatever I asked it, it is showing me the right result, right? So yes, the API is working all fine and good. Now, this is the coding part. This is the way you can use the Gemini API into your Android application, right? For you, let me put this on GitHub as well. So after the tutorial, maybe I'll put it on my GitHub and we'll share the link in the description. Okay, you can access from there. Apart from that, you can also follow one more tutorial by them only, by the official developers. So Gemini API and Android. So there you don't have to do anything. Leverage Gemini API into your Android apps. If you click this one, yes. So basically, like if you install the preview version, of your Android Studio, then you can like by default get this option. Like they have a new template there, the Gemini API Starter. Like we have empty views, activity, etc. So they have created a new template there. You can use that. By default, the code, the AI code, everything will be there for you. Okay, so AI integration, AI in Android apps. I had that document handy. Let me see where that is. A new foundation for AI in Android. This is quick start, right? Maybe somewhere here only I'll get this. Set up your project and all of this. Best practices from prompt writing. They're explaining how you can write good prompts so you get good answers from the API. Android AI Gemini API preview. Yeah, see this one. Build your first generative AI app in Android Studio. So if you follow this document, so basically you will need to install the latest preview version of Android Studio. So this one, if you follow along with the link. So Canary build, if you install this, it's simple to install. Once you will install that, you will see this option as well, the Gemini API Starter. And you just have to give your like API key and your app will be ready by default. Like you don't have to write any code. So let me close this one and I will show you that. If I write here Android Studio preview, yeah, this one. So once it will open up, you can see this is the preview version. So if I click on new project, I get this option now, Gemini API Starter. If I click next, so Gen AI app. Okay, I'm leaving everything like as it is. Click on next. It will ask for API key, so I'll give the same API key to the. I'll give the same API key to this, which I have here. So I'll copy this and I'll put this here. Click on finish. So make sure you are generating your own API key and you are not exposing it publicly. So when I'll like push the code on GitHub, so I'll like also like remove my API key. You will need to put your API key there. Okay. All right. And this is the studio bot about which I was talking. Once you log into Google, it will be here for your help, like 24/7. Whatever doubt you will have, it will help you understand everything. So here, by default, they have created everything. I just have to put my API key here, right? I just have to put my API key, and if I press on run, so instead of the simple Hello World app that we used to get in the past, it will like give sort of an application with inbuilt functionalities. Like it will have the Gemini API integrated. Everything will be running. I think this one is for the old app. System is not responding. You can see grill build is running for the current app, right? Index is working, etc. So let's wait for it to happen. But simply it's like you don't have to do anything. Just install the preview Android Studio, open up a new project using that Gemini API Starter and just run the app. It will work all good for you. Okay, so it is now launching on this device. Let's wait for it. Yeah, cool. So here you can see the app is ready, up and running. We have not written any code. I just gave the API key, right? So if you don't know coding, you can create your first generative AI app. So text to summarize. What is Kotlin. Yeah. And click on go. So it should give me some answer here. It's loading, and in the background API would be running. It would be preparing the answer, etc. Cool. And let's wait for it to happen. So see, it is giving me the answer that Kotlin is object-oriented programming language and blah, 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 right? So it is working all good and fine. So I think you got a basic idea of how you can use the Gemini API into your Android application. Make sure you create this application and you tell the world that you have created your first generative AI app. You can either follow this documentation where you don't have to write any code, or the other documentation like the way I did. You can write your own code, you can customize it, you can change the UI, everything you can do. So build your first generative AI app. Tell the world that you build your generative AI app. Tag me, tag Scaler. We would like to review the application which you will make using AI. And yes, I'm excited to see all your projects. You make sure you push it on GitHub as well. I'll also push it on GitHub and share with you, so you can follow if you face any difficulty.
I hope this detailed tutorial was helpful for you. If yes, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Scaler's YouTube channel for more such insightful content.